Hey everyone, and welcome to a new series on Backstage Bants. Today we are starting the series called Swinging With. Now my guest today is the first ever one, and he's going to introduce himself.
Hi, hello, my name's Jess Spalis and I'm a swing on Mamma Mia at the party at the moment.
It's so exciting, and that is starting back in October, right? That's when you're back.
Crossed. Yeah, we've gone on sale, so hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, it's pushed back. It's back far enough to hopefully that we'll be in life.
So.
You know, there's some that maybe, I mean, I hope that they will all open from now. I can't bear to think what would happen if we didn't. But yeah, October, come on.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, positivity. It's going to happen.
Let's go. It's happening. Now, first of all, tell us a bit about Mamma Mia the Party for people who don't know what it's about, what it is.
Cool. Yeah, so it's a little bit different from a West End like proscenium arch theatre show. So it's an immersive musical theatre dining experience, I think is the catchline.
Wow.
Yeah, so essentially you are transported to a Greek taverna for the night, and you come in with your family, friends. You hopefully, fingers crossed, corona pending, mix with some other people, some other guests, and it's like you're on a holiday resort and you have lovely Greek food, and the musical happens around you, and it all culminates in a big ABBA themed disco at the end. So a lot of ABBA, but it's good.
It does sound like incredible. So I'll try and get myself down there. You know, when we're back, yeah, I'll try. I'll come visit.
It'll be the holiday that none of us have had for the last year.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, looking at the pictures, it's stunning. Like the whole thing is beautiful, and it looks so real as how you would want it.
Even like little details, like the designers created a specific like scent, so it comes through like what are the flowers called? Those beautiful pink ones, the fuchsia colored ones.
No, really?
You see on all the whitewashed buildings. Yeah, so it, like, as you walk in, it's like this floral mist. It's gorgeous. It like little details that make you feel like you're there. And then
thought of everything. Wow.
The sun goes down on the Greek island. It goes down in time with your evening. It all runs in real time. It's like you're there for the evening.
That's mad. No, incredible. Now, obviously, you're a swing, and that's what the whole reason we're here right now is the fact that you're a swing. Now, what is a swing for the first sort of people who don't know that?
Yeah. Okay. So a swing is a cast member that covers a lot of different tracks, but their main job is to be almost like that person on a football team that can slot into any position should the need arise. So it will change from show to show, whether they want you to be on stage as a part of the ensemble or a character, or you could be an offstage swing, which means that you're in the dressing room ready to go at any time should anything happen.
Yeah, right. So Mamma Mia the Party, obviously it's a bit different to a normal show in the sense that it's not all. So how many tracks do you cover?
So it's a bit different on this show because Mamma Mia the Party is immersive, so it just works a bit differently than say a long-running musical that's like very established with its very strict book. And so yeah, in Mamma Mia I cover a couple of different roles. I cover Constantina, Nina, Bella, the grandma, and then some of the ensemble tracks. So yeah, we've been on for a few of them so far. So
that's a lot. Wow. So how do you go about learning them then? Because obviously everyone has their own way. Some people can just do it like that. Some people don't. How do you work?
Like you said, I think it's different for different people. I started sort of unofficially learning things when I was younger. You know, when you go to dance school when you're younger, or at university, and I don't know, you're cast in a certain role, but actually, I don't know, I think I subconsciously sort of picked up the knack of going, okay, right, I wonder where they are at the same time. So it's about, I think it's a really important I think it's important for a performer to do a swing or a cover role in their lifetime, so they understand just the extra pressures, and you get a bit of a zoomed out version of the show, and you can kind of piece together where everyone is at a different time, and then you can pop yourself in a different slot.
That is really good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good experience because we'll be there when there's a problem or something needs changing. We're the ones that will
Absolutely.
fill the gap. So I think it's a really important skill to know. Yeah, so it depends on the format. It depends whether it's a musical theatre established show, whether it's immersive, even a play. We don't technically have the swing title, but if you're covering a lot of different tracks in a more theatre setting, there's I think the hat can change style, but essentially you're there to learn as much as you can and be prepared and know all the roles of the characters. Some shows will I know, for example, Wicked, you get given a swing desk, so you would sit and watch rehearsals from a swing desk, and you create what's called a show bible, which is what I have with me here. So you kind of take your notes, I'll come on to that in a minute, and you take your notes and you watch what's going on, and you watch how the lead roles and the ensemble, how it all fits together and how they rehearse, and sort of by osmosis get a feel for the show, but make specific notes on what you will be doing. So you will be told very clearly what tracks and how you will approach it. But then some, for example, Mamma Mia the Party, it is an immersive show, so there's a little bit more movement that happens within the show, but also the freedom to be immersive, and things can change on the spot. So it was a bit more involved. We were kind of up and learning as we go. You might learn a dance routine with the leads that are learning it at the same time and things like that.
Yeah. That's cool. It's different. Yeah. It's nice to know that it varies.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And obviously everyone has their way of learning. Now, obviously you mentioned your show bible. How on earth do you have the willpower to create that?
I love stationery, so that really helps.
Well, that's a good start.
I think it's really important. Some people don't use them. Some people do them electronically. Some people do them on paper. I really find that writing something out on paper helps. I try to start with the script and obviously work through which characters you're going to be potentially covering, and kind of highlight all the parts you would need. I then tend to go through that again and separate them into character tracks.
Wow.
So there's different like sections on which character you might be playing. If it's a dance swing, then obviously it's a bit more difficult to notate movement. But we are blessed with wonderful technology, so it's amazing. As long as you ask permission, a lot of kind of choreographers and directors will allow you to, for purely swing purposes, record something in a rehearsal room, and if they don't, it's often provided by the dance captain on a need to know basis. So you've got an electronic version as well, but you would have your script and your score and your maps of the stage and where you might like to go.
It's a lot of things in one bible.
Yeah, indeed. So for example, I'll show this one I made earlier. I've just got like a basic script here with it's highlighted when we started running through, and that was sitting and watching what was going on, taking into account all the characters are still, they're learning their parts as well. So it's very important to have respect for that you're sitting and waiting for that to happen as well as learning as you go. And then can't find my maps. Here we go. Once you get into the theatre, or once you have an idea of what the space would be, you can usually start creating a map, and this may change because set might change or positions might change, but create a basic map of the show, the layout of the building. Obviously this is a bit more complex because it's not just a theatre.
It's a lot harder.
There's a lot more kind of going on. So once you've kind of created your template of your venue, you can then add in different colors which character you're going to be and where they exit, where they enter, if there's any specific action, and take it character at a time. So depending on how long your rehearsals are, I tend to focus on a character every couple of days, depending on how many I've got to do.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a really good way of going about that, actually. And
Yeah.
obviously the maps, mad. I mean, I mean, I've never obviously swung in my life. Not yet. Not yet.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think probably I would go with maps as opposed to, some people can just go video, learn it.
Mm-hmm. I think it helps when you've got a lot of characters to learn and it's a complex set. Or, for example, if it's an ensemble track that you're covering, you might not be just covering one person for the whole time. So in a cut show, for example, when there's multiple people missing or there's covers on, so people have been bumped up and there's multiple holes to fill, you might be Bob at the beginning of the show, Sarah in the interval dance number, and then someone else in the second half because of the way the formations are and certain jobs need to be done. So actually, I feel like I think it's really important to have some way of taking note so that you can always go back, you can run to the dressing room after warm up and just make sure that you know
Make sure you've got
exactly what you're up to and you're not, you don't forget anything. I think it helps to have visuals.
Definitely. I mean, always it's good to have things. And then how do you go about harmony lines then? I'm assuming that's a whole different story. Yeah.
So I'll try, see if I can find one with a bit of everything. So again, kind of keeping track of your score and kind of highlighting the different parts and lines that you would potentially sing. Again, I think you would start with, you would take a character by character and start with something that you're most likely to go on for, and take a section, take a harmony, take a line, take a song a day. So you're focusing on one. How I do it is I focus on one character's journey throughout all the things rather than trying to, this is the top bit, this is Bob's part, this is Sarah's part, try and do them all in one rehearsal because it can get a bit much. Kind of put one hat on for the day and be that person in rehearsals.
Yeah. Wow, that's
voice notes as well. We love
voice notes. I was gonna say, do you use voice notes for that? Because I would
phone storage is voice notes of harmony lines.
I'd have to, honestly. My problem would be then I would run out of storage, and that's just it.
Yeah, I had to buy more.
And then the show itself, costumes, they must be, obviously they're different for each role. How many different costumes have you had the pleasure of wearing?
It depends, again, the type of show. So if it's if it's a dance show, for example, I did a cruise ship years and years ago, and every number's a different costume. You might be bumped up to doing some different vocals, or you might be a different dance track. So I find a cheat sheet really helps there, and a good preset. So you want to order your costumes and lay them out all nicely in the way they're going to go on, and then have I call them the wash pile. So once you take them off, you put them in their pile and they're done. Obviously with a musical theatre show, you're going to have slightly less costumes, but there might be trickier changes. There may be also dresses to help, but a cheat sheet I think is really important. So for me, for example, like one character, just a basic cheat sheet of the character with certain scenes, certain lines, and then in maybe another colour any costume changes or props that you need, just so that you can pop that if you feel like it's a bit chaotic, you can keep that with you, side of stage, and you can go and refer to it at any time, so
that's a really good idea.
Like a little kind of backup.
Yeah, I love that you're so organized. Like, props to you for that, actually. And obviously, will you be looking back over these ready for October, or will you wait and see? Will you just be like laid back waiting for that to come, or will you be like starting now?
I think I think we're hopefully doing some rehearsals, and we'll go back into it. It's important to look over things as well.
Absolutely.
A lot can change, even if you're doing a show every night, for 4 months, from sort of dance captaining or certain shows, things organically just edit. If you do them every day and say, spacing might all of a sudden a group spacing might just migrate somewhere after time, and you
just moved.
kind of yeah, it's just the nature of how, as a collective, things develop, because that's the wonderful thing about theatre and doing it every day. Things do develop and exciting things are happening, especially with immersive theatre. You never know what's going to happen.
No.
But so it's always important to go back to your book, to go back to the DC's notes, the director's notes, the MD, to make sure you're doing exactly what was set. Because you have a lot of responsibility on your head as a swing. It's not you can't just go on and wing it, really. You have to do exactly what you
need to know what's happening, because everyone else obviously around you has their show that they do every night, so you've got to slot right into that. Now I bet you find everyone's quite helpful, and if you go in the wrong way, they'll shove you in the right direction, kind of thing. You're over here. Good.
I think a good swing, I think nobody notices, if that makes sense. Something's out of place or someone's not quite in the right place. That's the ideal.
That's the hope.
Seen and not heard kind of thing.
That's the aim. We'll get there. No, and I mean, again, it's a hard job, so the fact that you can do that is incredible. And then the sad thing about it is that you guys do it that well that nobody notices, and then it's like, oh well, it
doesn't always go perfectly, but you try.
thanks for that, guys. And the people that aren't as into theatre as well don't know that you're covering so many roles at that one time. So that's why I'm doing these sort of things, try and get the word out there that these swings are hardworking, right? Very hardworking. Swings deserve the recognition.
Oh, yeah, bless you. I think it's a tough job, but it's great to be part of a cast like that, because you know that you can rely on everyone, and it builds a team. I think having a group of people that can come together like that.
Now, before we finish, I'm going to give you some fun sort of questions. The first one being, have you got any funny stories that have happened? With it being an immersive show, I can only imagine it's even more sort of amusing.
Some that I probably can't say.
I can imagine.
I mean, with it being an immersive show, it's we involve the audience quite a lot, so we react off them, and there'll be certain times when maybe a question will be asked to someone specific just having their dinner, or a throwaway comment, and they might say something that really takes the character back, but you just remain in the zone. And there's been some classic one-liners from both cast and audience members.
Random people. Wow. Coming down to see the show, and they're just the stars at this point, coming out with these things, and they don't for them. What's a one night?
They do. They really do.
I do need to come down and watch. That's something I need to do. It does sound great. I'll prepare some one-liners for you as well, just to make your life a bit more.
There we go. Fun. Do.
Has anything ever gone wrong for you on stage?
Oh yes, many times. But not specifically in any one show, but just in general. Sometimes, to the best of your ability, you might not remember everything, or something might go wrong, or you might miss something. I did one show. This wasn't me, but my colleague in the show, she actually fell through the trap door, and it's just anything can happen. You've got to be ready for anything.
Even trapdoors taking you down with them.
It's just, but that's the exciting thing, and I think that's what's important about being prepared and ready for anything, so that you can actually be in the moment and you can react to it, and you can get yourself back on track.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, this can be the last question, because I think it's a very nice one to end on. What is your favorite thing about being a swing?
Oh, I really enjoy a dress up, so I get more costumes than everyone.
Yes.
It's always fun. I love
dressing up. That is a really good answer. And I'm looking forward to hearing the varied answers as this goes on. People being like, not being on every show might be someone's favorite thing about being a swing.
I mean, the beauty of it is it's, a role of a swing can change from all sorts of different types of shows. And I really love it. It's really good fun. And you feel involved and part of it. And you get some fun wigs. And it's a good team building situation as well.
Absolutely. And that is exciting. And that is the heart of it as well. The heart of live theatre, the heart of everything is the family that's in it, which is something that we all need at the minute.
Definitely.
So bring it back.
Yeah, hopefully we can get everyone out and enjoying the theatre again.
It's what we need. We need this in the world now. It's been too long, far too long. So thanks for joining me, being the first ever swing to swing in and swing with me. That's swing 3 times in one sentence.
All good. Swing Nation, Team Swing.
Team Swing. That's going to be
spreading the word.
No, absolutely. And thank you to anyone that watched and who's enjoyed this. And I hope you've learned a bit more about swings. So thanks for watching.